Have you ever found yourself lost in the bustling streets of Jakarta, trying to order a plate of nasi goreng, only to realize you've just asked for a plate of fried air? Or maybe you've been in a Bali beach bar, trying to impress that cute traveler from Australia, but your attempts at flirting fell flat because you couldn't even say hello in Indonesian. What if I told you that mastering just 35 basic Indonesian words could elevate your travel game from awkward to awesome? Now, before you roll your eyes and think, ugh, another language lesson, let me ask you this. Wouldn't you want to haggle like a pro at the local markets instead of just nodding along as the vendor laughs at your cluelessness? Or how about this? What if you could actually order food without accidentally asking for a side of toenails? Intrigued yet? Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll be throwing around Indonesian words like confetti at a wedding, and you might even make a few locals laugh, or at least not roll their eyes at you. Let's dive into this linguistic adventure, shall we? First up is the word that's probably the most important in any language: hello. In Indonesian, it's halo. Simple, right? You'll want to whip this one out when you meet someone new. Just remember, it's not hello like a bad phone connection. It's halo. Say it with me, halo. Now you're ready to greet anyone, from a street vendor to that cute barista who makes your coffee just right. Next, let's talk about thank you. This one is terima kasih. It sounds fancy, but it's really just a way to show appreciation. Imagine you just scored the last piece of rendang and you want to thank the chef. Instead of just grunting, you can confidently say, terima kasih, and watch their face light up. Bonus points if you throw in a smile. It's like adding whipped cream to your coffee. Totally worth it. Now, what about yes and no? These are crucial for navigating any conversation. Yes is ya, and no is tidak. Use these wisely. You don't want to accidentally say no when someone offers you a delicious street snack. Imagine turning down a crispy golden tahu tempeh. Sacrilege. So remember, ya for yes and tidak for no. Easy peasy. Let's move on to something that will help you when you're lost. Where? In Indonesian, it's di mana. Picture yourself standing in the middle of a market, surrounded by colorful stalls, and you want to find the nearest bathroom. You'd shout, di mana toilet, and watch as locals point you in the right direction. Just don't be surprised if they laugh at your pronunciation. It's all part of the fun. Now, if you're going to be asking for directions, you might as well learn how much. This is berapa, perfect for when you're eyeing that beautiful batik shirt you can't live without. Just remember to practice your bargaining skills. You don't want to pay tourist prices. Trust me, the locals will appreciate your effort and you'll walk away feeling like a savvy shopper. Next up is help. This is a word you'll want to have in your vocabulary just in case you find yourself in a pickle. In Indonesian, it's tolong. Picture this. You're trying to navigate a crowded bus and suddenly you're sandwiched between two very large men. You can shout, tolong, and hope someone comes to your rescue. It's a lifesaver, literally. Now let's spice things up with delicious. This is lezat. You'll want to use this when you bite into that perfect bowl of soto, or when that grilled corn hits your taste buds just right. Just imagine the look on the vendor's face when you tell them their food is lezat. It's like giving them a Michelin star, and they'll probably throw in an extra serving just for the compliment. And what about I don't understand? This is saya tidak mengerti. Use it a habit when you're faced with a barrage of rapid-fire Indonesian and your brain short circuits. You'll probably get a sympathetic smile and a slower explanation, or maybe they'll just switch to English. Either way, you'll be saved from the awkward silence. Let's not forget about goodbye. In Indonesian, it's selamat tinggal. You'll want to use this when you're leaving a new friend or when you've had your fill of that all-you-can-eat buffet and can't possibly eat another bite. Just remember, it's not goodbye like you're never coming back. It's more like see you later, because you know you'll be back for more of that delicious food. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. Food. Let's learn some basic food-related words. Rice is nasi. You can't go anywhere in Indonesia without encountering rice. It's like the unofficial national food. You'll be saying nasi more times than you can count, especially when you're ordering your meals. Next, we have chicken, which is ayam. This is essential for when you're ordering that mouth-watering ayam goreng from a street cart. Just imagine the crispy skin, the juicy meat, and the flavor explosion. You can't go wrong with ayam. Then there's fish, which is ikan. You'll want to use this when you're eyeing that grilled fish at the beach. Picture yourself sitting on the sand, the sun setting, and you're about to devour the freshest ikan you've ever tasted. Perfection. Now let's add some spice to your vocabulary with spicy. This one is pedas. If you're a fan of heat, you'll want to use this word often. Just imagine biting into a sambal-laden dish and saying, pedas. As your taste buds dance with joy and your eyes water a little, it's a rite of passage. And for those sweet moments, sweet is manis. Use this when you're indulging in a dessert like klippen or a bowl of sweetened fruits. You'll want to express your joy when you take that first bite and realize you've just entered dessert heaven. Now let's learn some basic phrases that will help you in everyday interactions. Excuse me is permisi. You'll want to use this when you're trying to squeeze past someone in a crowded market. It's polite and shows that you're not just a rude tourist barging through. Next, I'm sorry is maaf. This is essential for when you accidentally bump into someone or mispronounce a word. It's a humble way to show you care about the other person's feelings. And then there's I love you. In Indonesian, it's saya cinta kamu. Use this carefully. You don't want to drop this bomb on someone you just met at a bar. Save it for the right moment, like when you're sharing a romantic sunset with that cute traveler. Let's wrap this up with some fun expressions. Let's go is ayo. You'll want to use this when you're rallying your friends for an adventure, whether it's exploring a temple or hitting up the nightlife. And finally, cheers is santai. Perfect for when you're clinking glasses with your new friends and celebrating life in Indonesia. So there you have it, 35 basic Indonesian words that will take your travel experience from zero to hero. With these words in your back pocket, you'll be ready to navigate the streets, order food like a local, and maybe even make some new friends along the way. Just remember to practice, have fun, and don't take yourself too seriously. Language learning is all about the journey, and with a little humor and grit, you'll be speaking Indonesian like a pro in no time. Now go out there and make some memories.